So we ready for the first start. We got the jump pack on there because the battery's kind of dead. We got everything opened up. Let's see what we got here. Letting the juice up. What up, dope people? Welcome back to Easy's Rebuilds. I'm Easy E. And you know what time it is? It's time to throw the motor back in the Expedition. I think we got everything we need to drop it. We got some extra hands. And we're about to do the damn thing. About to make it do what it do, baby. So let's give it a shot. But we about to get started here. Let's go be over here on the phone. Going to buying him a house in the countryside. He geeked up. But we're getting started. We got the, like I said, we got the final pieces. Another wiring harness for the starter. That ain't it. Replacing this one because it broke off right there. So we're supposed to be back there working on a new wiring harness for the starter. We about to start getting the motor dropped back in here and go from there. Hopefully get everything lined up because the new motor doesn't have the dial alignment pins for the transmission. Might make it a little bit easier, or might make it a little bit harder. You'll never know when it comes to that. The old motor had them. Could have ordered them, but they was hard to find. I said roll over there, working on that. Kind of dark in the garage, but we gotta get the motor slid out. And back in the truck. So I'll catch y'all back. It's gonna be a hard day. All right, we got the motor in. It was a pain in the butt because you got to swing it to the back, get the motor mounts in place. We tried all different ways, but we finally got it in there. The easy part for me is putting the intake back together, but we got to still, the hardest part is getting all the transmission bolts back in it, getting everything lined up without those transmission alignment pins, getting the torque converter bolted back in. I think that'd be the first thing Roll should do, get the torque converter bolted back in, get that
after I get that plate back
get the plate put back in, at least get some of the bolts started and top of the transmission so we can use to the plate. Yeah, for the plate, that transmission space, that spacer plate. But the hard part is done, getting the motor back in. So we're gonna continue working on here, working on this.
Expedition from hell.
Oh, you heard an expedition from hell. We got another hell car on the channel. But it's just hard getting the. It's easy taking the motor out. It's just hard getting the motor back in when you got to angle it different positions and get it in the bell housing, get into the bell housing, drop it down, use a couple pry bars, and pry it into place and wiggle the motor to get it to drop. Like that's the hardest part. I think for me with this truck is the easy part gonna be on the other cars because I'm probably gonna never do this again. Like forget this, because now we gotta do all the hard work. Thought that was hard getting this motor back in, where you gotta get the O2 sensors back plugged up, get the exhaust back lined up and in, especially on this side. But we about to get back to work. Well, y'all, I'm trying to get this finished up today. Don't like it's gonna get finished up. We're watching me work again.
I can't really climb up in there with you.
No, finish up all that down there. Like start getting the transmission bolts put in.
Well, you can't do that without the torque converter tightened up.
Well, you gotta spin the torque. You gotta spin the flywheel to get them lined up. They should still it. Well, I got the top one tight.
I don't want to tighten it too much, and we can't really spin it without hitting the studs.
But tomorrow, like we always got tomorrow morning, but at least I want to get the throttle body put back together. Get the
intake.
Well, yeah, throttle body and intake put back together. At least get the top half of this semi put back together. So tomorrow won't be that much to do. This is a lot of stuff. I forgot where it went. A lot of vacuum lines. And that vacuum line back here, I remember once I jump into it. So let me get this bolted down. Get the right tools, because I got to change one of the ignition coils. The boot all messed up. But we got plenty of those. So let me get to work. harness the next day. And unfortunately, we had some setbacks. We got the transmission up in there. Almost got everything buttoned up. Had my transmission bolts in, and my son was like, yo, Pops, I can't get the torque converter bolts. So you gotta get your torque converter lined up with your flywheel. It wasn't lined up. We had everything, so everything was smushed up in there. I'm gonna say smushed. Everything was compact. So when he turned the crank, everything turned. So people that do motors, they know it's easy to turn. I forgot what it was already.
Torque converter.
Torque converter. You can turn it by hand. So when we had everything compact up in there, it was just all turning as one. So we had to take everything back apart again, get the transmission separated from the engine, and get everything lined up and button it all up. We all worked on that yesterday, while I had to get ready to go out to dinner with my wife for a birthday party. So if y'all seen that time lapse, I was putting the intake back on, and I ended up having to take it back off. And that's where we gonna start this video. Now I gotta put the intake back on again after we got the torque converter bolts in there. And we're just doing the last bolt right now because more mistakes was made, and one of the bolts got nicked.
Yeah, one of the studs itself.
Yeah, one of the studs itself got nicked from the torque converter. And he couldn't get the nut on there, so he's retapping the bolt, the stud, whatever you want to call it, so he can get the bolt on there, because he got 3 out of 4. And he's trying to do it right because this is his truck. But I'm about to get started back on putting this intake back on and getting the ignition coil back up and getting the throttle body on. Because pretty much everything is buttoned up down there. Got the AC compressor hooked back up. He's got this goes up here, so I gotta take that nut off, put that back on there. Yep, everything buttoned up. Got the power steering button back up. Got his oil filter on there. So all we gotta do is fill the power steering reservoir back up. Hopefully we don't gotta bleed the system, because I don't know how you bleed this system. Hopefully it self-bleed and just leave the cap off, let all the bubbles come out. But pretty much all buttoned up. I gotta research. I think these hoses should be self-explanatory. One in the front, go to the one back. You know, you gotta get these all buttoned up. Gotta get the wiring harness to this car back up here and all buttoned up. Got harnesses laying everywhere. So I'm gonna get back to work. And we're back, y'all. We make it do what it do, baby. Bro, getting the electrical wrapped up. Still gotta get all that harness done, but y'all see me, I got the throttle body together, got all the evap lines ran. Yeah, pretty much I got all this buttoned up, everything's buttoned up over here. Still gotta drop the radiator in the fan and put the fan blade back on and the shroud. But we getting her done. Everything on the bottom of the car is done. Transmission is buttoned up. He put the last bolt in there. Like
Torque converter bolt.
Yeah, torque converter bolt is in. He got the he tapped the
re-tapped the bolt itself and the nut that goes on it.
He re-tapped the bolt.
Wired up the starter.
Like we just doing a lot of stuff over here. Make things happen. Gotta get hopefully cross our fingers. This is a good motor. Bro say he heard it run. It should still run. We didn't do nothing to the motor this time. We didn't do nothing with the timing. All we did was, if you watch all the other videos, we changed the intake, changed the valve covers, and we changed the oil pan and changed all the pulleys to his pulleys and his wiring harness. Because the engine block is an engine block for these cars. You can go up to I think a 2003 Ford F-150, just the engine block. Not the whole engine assembly, the engine blocks are the same. You just have to swap over parts from your motor to this motor, but all the blocks are the same. That's just my opinion. Y'all let me know in the comment section below. But it's almost a wrap. We got a little bit more video. Then yeah, I still got to throw the alternator in.
I gotta button these up right here, my transmission lines. Put it back up there on the cover.
It's got a little button up to do, then fill it up with fluids, put oil in the motor, power steering fluid, and this baby better run after all 3 weeks of working on it. But if y'all enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If y'all didn't, give me a thumbs down. And keep on watching. Got Rich over here, y'all, saying y'all done yet? Y'all done yet? He's like, it's only the alternator. It's only the alternator.
What was that?
What you talking about? That was him coming out the house.
Oh, I thought I had something fell over in the yard again.
Nah. You know, he always got weeds falling over. Like, oh, if somebody help me. Y'all see that, y'all? Okay, another one done fell over.
Get some tree down.
Another tree done fell over. Last time it was a tree going right there and landed right here, and I had to clean that up. Now I got another one fell over there, and we got to figure out how we're gonna clean that one up. I'm about to saw that down, but that's not what we're doing today. We about ready for the first start.
After I get the battery in.
So yeah, we about to put the battery in. He forgot to tighten down the clutch fan, but he got that down. Well, he about to hit that. He about to hit that right now.
So that might
with the dead blow, get it tight.
That might hurt. I ain't got a good one left.
Just a little.
He only got to tap it a couple of times and get it tight. He'll know if he driving and it fly off.
Ow.
It goes straight through the radiator.
Lawsuit, right, Rich? Lawsuit.
Well, we almost ready for the first start.
Come on, I'm not insured that heavily.
We got everything put back together. We double checking.
I'm leaving there like
Double checking. We got the oil in there. We got 3 gallons of coolant. So far in there. Still a little bit left in the reservoir. We got a half a quart of power steering fluid in there. And we got the 6 quarts of oil.
I forgot to charge the battery.
So I guess it's gonna be time for the first start. I'll catch y'all back in a minute when we get ready. So we ready for the first start. We got the jump pack on there because the battery's kind of dead. We got everything opened up. Let's see what we got here. Blend the juice up. First start. Look, remember the motor been sitting for a while. It's good. Leak.
Sounds like a water pump or something.
Give me a 16. Gotta open it. 6. Oh. But let me get back to y'all. We got a little leak going on. Cut that off.
That's transmission fluid.
He leaking transmission fluid.
It's from the cooling line. I gotta tighten it up.
You heard him there. He says from the cooling line. He about to tighten it up. He be good to go. Ain't no more leaks anywhere else though. This truck hasn't ran in
2 months.
I don't think it's been 2 months.
Yeah, it's been 2 months.
2 months and 49 days.
Well, this truck haven't ran in 2 months since the engine got blown up, and there y'all have it.
It's been about a month since the engine's been blown up, but it hasn't ran in over 2 months.
There we go. The donor motor runs.
I'm gonna call dude and thank him.
We did our thing over here at Easy's Rebuilds, our first engine swap. And we took our time. Look, everybody clapping. They clapping. Our first engine swap on Easy's Rebuilds, and we did it all laying on our backs. No engine, no car hoist. Just laying on our back in the engine hoist.
Okay, it's tight now.
Better laying on your back and be a wetback.
Oh, here you go. Y'all didn't hear that from me.
You never heard that one?
Nope.
We all heard this.
So if y'all like this video, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't like this video, give me a thumbs down. If y'all don't like it, y'all don't like Rich's comment, say something about it.
Please.
But we take Cash App donations. We take donations of cars.
We take beer.
And we have merch at teespring.com. Go check the description.
Drugs, whatever you got.
Go check my description area below. Go follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Don't forget to share this video on your social media with your friends, family, co-workers. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to this channel. And with all that said, stay tuned and stay blessed.
What that?
Peace.
That's antifreeze that I overdumped.